0.4 times 0.52. Okay. Now, how did we do this last time? Do you remember?
We multiplied we bring the 4 down, and then we multiply 4 times 52.
Yeah. Now, here's what some students do, and this is it's the same as what we did, but they actually just write 0.52 and 0.4. So you don't have to line up the decimals. Okay. But it's effectively the same thing. You're taking 52 and you're multiplying it by 4. Okay. So can you go ahead and multiply that for me, please?
Yes. Okay, got it.
All right. Did you get 208?
Yeah.
All right. So the decimal point is there. And then what you do is you count the number of decimal places. So you got 1 decimal place there,
3.
2 more there. So that's 3. So you move the decimal 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So it goes right, decimal goes right there. So your new number is 0.208. 0.208.
Okay.
Any questions on that before we move to a more difficult one?
No.
Okay. So this one comes from, I guess, your practice book. So we'll look at this next. And it just says instructions all say to multiply. The numbers get bigger though. So you treat the first number as 423 and the second number as 76. You can write 423 times 76. Now, are you comfortable with this type of multiplication?
No.
Okay, let's go through this together. All right, let me know when you get this written down.
Okay, I got it written down.
Okay, so you take the 6 and you multiply by the 3 and then the 2 and then the 4. So we start with 6 times 3. That's 18. Yep, and there's a carry of 1. So you multiply 6 times 2, but then add the 1. So 6 times 2 is 12. Add the 1 is 3. So 13. So you get a carry of 1 there. And then 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 1 is 25.
Okay.
Okay. Now, because you're moving to the 7, you put a 0 below the 8. And it's because it's really 70, and that's why that 0 is down there. So 7 times 3 is 21. So you put a 1 down here with a carry of 2. And then you take the 7 and you multiply by the 2 above it. That's 14 plus 2. That's 16. So 6 with a carry of 1 again. Now, if you're getting messed up with the carries, like what some students do is they cross them out each time. It's up to you what you do with them. They don't have to remain, but you're there to the last one. Then I lost track of my numbers. Okay, 7 times 4 is 28, plus 1 is 29. All right, so you add these up vertically. 8, 4, 5 plus 6 is 11, so there's a carry of 1. And then 12, a carry of 1, so 3. And how many times do you move the decimal on this one?
3.
3 times, yeah. So it'd be 32. Right there, so 32.148. 32.148. Okay, any questions on that?
No.
Okay, so what's the hard part about this multiplication over here on the right? Can you tell me what it is that you struggle with?
I got confused on like putting the 01692 down, and
Mhm.
then like you did it like
But you've seen this before, so we
yeah.
can go with that. All right, let me give you a problem to try here. A little bit easier than this one. You're going to take 0.48 and multiply 0.27. Okay, so you're going to take 48 times 27 like this. So go ahead and give that a try and let me know what you come up with.
Okay. I need help with this one.
Okay, did you take 7 and multiply it by 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 56. You put a 6 down here, carry of 5.
Uh-huh.
What are the next two numbers that you multiply?
4 times 7.
Yeah, it's important though to actually go 7 times 4. The order it kind of is
Oh,
and here's why. It's because you take the 7 and you multiply by each of these, and then you're done with the 7, and then you go to the 2 and you multiply by each of them. So the order kind of matters here. 7 times 4 is 28, plus 5 is
32.
33.
Oh, 33.
33. Now let's do this. Let's start crossing out our carries. Okay.
Yeah, I almost got it right. I just put 32 6 instead of 3 3
Okay.
6.
Okay. So then a 0, because you're moving to digit 2, so you can take the 2 and multiply by the 8. That's 16. So that's 6 with a carry of 1. 2 times 8 is, sorry, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Then you add these together. So 6, 9, and 12. And then how many times do you move the decimal over?
4.
4 times. So move it over once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So 0.1296. Okay, so let's have you try another multiplication problem here. Let's have you do 39 times 68. Okay, just give that a try for me, please.
Okay, got it.
Okay, what is your final answer?
2652.
2652. Okay, so let me check this for you. 9 times 8 is 72. 2 with a carry of 7. 8 times 3 is 24. Plus 7 is 31. Put a 0 here. Now, some students don't put a 0. They actually just move to this position below the 1. So it's actually up to you. I think it's probably a good idea to put in there. 6 times 9 is 54. 4 with a carry of 5. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 5 is 23. And I agree with your answer, 2,652. Very good. Okay, so let's get back to doing some more decimal products. What is 0.12 times 0.15? 0.12 times 0.15. Could you try that one on your own, please?
Do I give you the full answer?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got my answer.
Okay, what is your final answer?
0.0180.
0.0180 is correct. Yeah. Now, this one on the right is actually not needed. So you could actually omit it and just write it as 0.018, and that would also be considered
Only if
correct.
it's a 0, or can it be higher numbers too?
Only if it's a 0 on the right. So the
Oh,
zeros on
okay.
the right can be omitted.
Okay.
Now, I know we haven't done much looking at some of your problems with the grids. Have you been, may I ask you, have you been looking at these in class?
Yeah.
Okay. So what, can you tell me what each square represents in this one? Is
100.
Yeah, exactly. It's 100th. Yeah, it's perfect. 100th. Okay, perfect. All right, let's look at another question here. So let's do the, I'm gonna snip this one in, but let me ask you a couple of questions before you work on the problem here. So in this problem, what does each square represent?
A 10th.
Yeah, it's a 10th. That's perfect. Okay, will you multiply 0.13 times 0.26 for me, and that'll close out this this section. We'll be able to move on to something new.
So I multiply that.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
Okay, what is your final answer?
Wait, I have a quick. Do I get the? Do I just
Yes.
multiply it, or do I do like what we were doing?
So if it's got a decimal point, which it does, you have to move the decimals.
Okay, got
So
it.
yeah. What is your final answer?
0.0338.
Perfect. That's excellent. Okay, let's look at a new problem. We'll work on this one together. This one is it's a lot of multiplication. So I guess we'll talk about how to do this. So like we've been doing,
Mhm.
it's so sometimes they teach it this way where they have you actually line up the decimal. I'm not sure what they're having you do in class. This has some potential disadvantages that we don't need to talk about right now. But you can leave the decimal in there. Okay, but it's always better to put the larger number on top and then the smaller number on the bottom. Okay, so let's multiply this together. Can you let me know when you get this written down?
Okay. Okay, I got it written down.
Okay, so start with this 4 on the bottom. So it's 4 times 3 is 12, the carry of 1, 2 with the carry of 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus the 1 is 21. So 1 with a carry of 2. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 is 26, 6, and then carry of 2 there. And then 4 times 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So it's probably a good idea to mark off all these carries.
Yeah.
So now we're going to work on the 8, but before we can do that, we put a 0 here.
Okay.
So now it's 8 times 3 is 24. Put a 4 with a carry of 2. 8 times 5 is 40, plus the 2, that's 42. 2 there with a carry of 4. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 4 is 52. 2 with a carry of 5. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 5 is 13. And then probably a good idea to cross those out. Now you put 2 zeros in because you're working on the 3. Okay, so I want you to get me the numbers that go down in this last position here.
Okay. So do I add it or?
No, just let's get the numbers here because we got to get it right. If there's anything wrong, then
Mm,
got to redo it, unfortunately. Let me know when you've got it because I'm going to work it out here also.
yeah, I don't have it.
Okay, let's start with 3 times 3. What is 3 times 3?
9.
9. So 9 goes here. 3 times 5 was
8
that.
times 15.
15. So you put a 5 and then a carry of 1. But where does the 1 go? It goes above the 6. That's probably the hardest part is figuring out where the carry goes. 3 times 6 is
3 times 6 is 18.
plus the 1.
19.
19. So you put a 9 here, carry of 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 1 is
4.
4. Okay. All right. Do you have these numbers down now?
Um, wait. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm asking if you have these numbers down. Are you able to hear me,
Oh.
Zoe?
Yeah, it's just my mom just got an like a notification and just popped up. Yeah, I
Okay.
got it.
Okay. So I want you to add these up vertically for me, please.
Okay. Should I get you the final answer?
Well, I'm going to check you, but yeah, go ahead and work it out. Let me know if you got that number that I've got down there at the bottom.
Yeah, I got it.
Excellent. Okay, now how many places do we move the decimal?
4.
All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So your final answer is 63.4752.
Okay. Got it.
All right. Okay, well, I think that's it for us for today, Zoe. Thank you very much. I think if you have time, probably want to spend some time working on your multiplication, but you definitely got the decimal part down.
Okay.
So let your brother know I'm all ready for him, and I'll see you next week. Hope you have a great couple of days and a weekend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now.
Well,
Hey, Michael, how are you today?
good.
It's great to hear. Let's see here. I see you're on to kind of a new subject with remainders, and I thought we'd start out with just doing a division problem like what we've been working on. So let's go 6 into let's go 700 and I don't know, 48. Okay, so we'll work this out together. Do you have your notebook out and ready to take some notes?
Yes.
Excellent. How many times does 6 go into 7?
1.
One time. So put the 1 up here. 1 times 6 is 6. And then we subtract. So 7 minus 6 is 1. Bring the 4 down. Okay, how many times does 6 go into 14, Michael?
2.
2 times, yeah. And what is 2 times 6?
12.
12. Okay, so now you got to subtract. What is 14 minus 12?
2.
Perfect. Bring down the 8. Now, how many times does 6 go into 8?
1 time.
We're looking at 28, Michael. 28.
4.
Okay, that's correct. 4. What is 4 times 6?
24.
24. So you subtract. What is 28 minus 24?
4.
Okay, and 4, what does 4 represent?
The remainder.
It's the remainder. Yeah, it's what's left over. All right. So let's have you try one more of these on your own before we move on to something new. All right, let's have you try 5 divided, or let's do it this way. 985 divided by 5. Okay, so can you try this for me, please?
Done.
Okay, what did you come up with? What number goes up here?
12.
12. Okay. So how many times does 5 go into 9?
1.
1 time. Okay, did you put a 1 there above the 9?
Yes.
That's good. Okay, how about 1 times 5? What is that?
5.
5. Okay. Now we're going to subtract. What is 9 minus 5?
4.
4. Very good. So you bring down the 8. How many times does 5 go into 48?
12.
Okay, it's not 12. Do you have your multiplication table out?
8.
I don't want you to guess. Do you have your multiplication table out?
Yes.
Okay. So do you see the column with 5 in it?
Yes.
Okay. 48 is between which two numbers?
9 and 10.
That's right. So you choose the smaller number.
9.
9. What is 9 times 5?
45.
Okay.
Three. 3.
Yes. Okay, 3. And then you bring the 5 down. How many times does 5 go into 35?
7.
7. Perfect. So how did you come up with 12, Michael? Because it's very different than the answer we got together here. So I'd like to know, because either you don't understand this at all, which is okay, we'll just keep doing problems, or it's something else that I'd like to correct. So what do you say here? How did you come up with 12?
Because I thought 5 times 1 is 5. And I put everything else but the 35 minus 35.
Okay. Let's try another one here. Let me know when you get this down.
Yeah.
All right, got it down. Okay, so let's do another problem here. Let's do 54 divided by, by 8. 54 divided by 8. Could you try that for me, please? That's 8 out here. 54 on the inside. Do you have an answer for me, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay, how many times does 8 go into 54?
6.
6 times. And what is the remainder?
4, 8. 6.
6. Yeah, the remainder is 6. Perfect. Okay, good. So that's good. I'm glad you're able to work that out. Let's try another one here. Yeah, let's do, so this is a new problem here. Let's do 293 divided by 8. Okay. So that's 8 on the outside, 293 on the inside. Okay, now, just like the last problem, 8 does not go into the first digit. Okay. But 8 does go into 29. How many times does 8 go into 29, Michael?
2.
Nope. Look at your multiplication table.
3.
3 times, yeah. So that goes above the 9 because you're looking at 29. So whenever you're looking at a 2-digit number, it goes above the ones digit. What is 3 times 8?
24.
24. Then you're going to subtract
5.
5, bring the 3 down. How many times does 8 go into 53?
6 times.
6 times, that's right. 6 times 8 is 48. Now we're gonna subtract
5.
5. Yeah, so remainder of 5. Very good. Come a long way here. This is great. It's really good. All right. So, all right, now we're gonna kind of do a word problem here, but I'm gonna help step you through it. Did you get this down in your notes?
Yes.
All right. Okay, here we go. All right, so Matthew has 219 pens to put into packages. Each package must hold 8 pens. What two numbers are we going to divide?
219 and 8.
Yep, 219 divided by 8. All right, so I want you to do this division for me and tell me what you come up with.
Done.
Okay, what did you come up with?
205.
Okay, there's no way 8 goes into 2 times. So let's try again here. How many times 8 go into 2?
None.
None. But it does go into 21 2 times. Maybe that's what you meant. What is 2 times 8?
16.
16, good. And then we subtract. What is 21 minus 16?
5.
5. Bring down the 9. How many times does 8 go into 59? That's where you got to look at your multiplication table.
7 times.
7 times. What is 7 times 8?
56.
Good, perfect. Then you subtract
3.
3, and 3 is your remainder. Okay, any questions on that one?
No.
Okay. So we've got another question here. Can you read this out loud for us, please?
A pet store has 58 pounds of dry dog food in stock. This is about 7 times the number of pounds of dry cat food that the store in stock.
Has in stock. Good. Really good. Okay, so there's two numbers in this problem, 58 and 7. 58 divided by 7. So 7 goes outside the house. 58 goes inside the house. Okay. And I'd like you to tell me what the result is. There's two numbers. There's the number that goes above the 8, and then there's the remainder. So give me both of those numbers, please.
Uh, 7 divided by 58 is 8, and the remainder is 2.
Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Got it. That's really good. Really good. All right, so we're looking at a new problem here. I want you to read it and tell me what number goes inside the house and what number goes outside the house. But read it to yourself, or you could just tell me the numbers, please.
Four goes outside the house, and 223 goes outside the house.
Inside, yeah, inside the house. Okay. Perfect. Why don't you try dividing this one for me?
Uh,
Do you have an answer for me, Michael?
52.
Okay. So 4 goes into 22 5 times. So that's a good start. And then you bring the 3 down. So how many times does 4 go into 23?
5 times.
5 times, that's right. 5 times 4 is 20. You subtract and you have a remainder of 3. Any questions on that? You really improved on this. It's great to see. We were really struggling to do some of these problems last time. So let me just quickly go through a problem here that we kind of looked at in this lesson today. So let me snip it in here. So it says a theater manager needs to set up 54 chairs for a show. Each row can hold up to 8 chairs. So I had you do this earlier. I had you do 54 divided by 8. And the answer is 6 with a remainder of 6. Okay. Now, the answer to almost all of these questions is you take your answer and you go up to the next number. So in this case, it would be 7.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find one more. It's not a good. Yeah. So sometimes the answer is between. So let me show you that here. We did this pen question earlier. If you recall, I had you do 219 divided by 8. And let's go back and look at our answer. We got 27 with a remainder of 3. 27 with a remainder of 3. So that means that there's 27 packages with 3 pens left over. Okay, so most of the problems that you still have to do on this assignment we've worked out. You just have to decide what to do with the numbers that we have left over. Well, that is it, Michael, for today. Great job. Really good job this week. So we'll keep going next week on this or some other topics, but I hope you have a great weekend and I'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.